Think the show made it up as it went? Here's the twist. 13 clues were planted seasons early, hiding in dreams, throwaway lines, and blink-and-miss shots. You saw them. You just didn't know what you were seeing. Stay with me as we map each breadcrumb to the payoff it fuels, from identity crises to power spirals, and prove this world was engineered, not improvised. By the end, you'll rewatch like a codebreaker, not a casual fan. Number 1, Buffy Summers as feminist icon. You think Buffy's girl power is quips and roundhouse kicks. Here's the twist. The show is tracking unpaid, unchosen labor from the pilot. Duty looks cute until it eats her life. Early wins stack a ledger of loss. Blown dances, doomed love, the coffin. The question lingers. Is empowerment just how much pain you can carry? Then the pattern locks in. She tells the council no, builds her own network, and later rewires Slayerhood so power isn't bottlenecked. Restless flags, chains of lineage, and ritual control long before the finale. That spell, it's a defended thesis. So the miracle ending is policy. Feminism here is structure, not slogan. And if agency stands, someone will try to seize it.
Besides, I knew you were likely to show up, and I have to make you understand.
That the harvest is coming, I know. Your friend told me.
What did you say?
The harvest.
Number 2, the Watchers Council as patriarchy. A library card and Tweed look safe. Here's the twist. The council's real weapon is permission. They decide who gets knowledge, who gets tools, who counts. Then they prove it with the cruciamentum. Disable the Slayer, force a trial, call it tradition. That's not mentorship. That's ritual control on demand. Watch the pattern. Secrets, tests, sealed files. When Giles shows care over code, he's out. The system punishes empathy to keep leverage. Later, Buffy rewrites the terms. No tests, no oaths, consent first. Scholars frame this as patriarchal bureaucracy, collapsing as she builds community-centered power. Dusty tomes hoard power. She spreads it. Speaking of power shifts, how did the men adapt under that pressure? Quick pause before we dive into the next hidden meaning. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. We've got even deeper Buffy, the vampire theories. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.
It's not like I have all these fluffy bunny feelings for them. I'm just not gonna get way extracurricular with it. You know, if I see one, sure.
Will you be ready?
Number 3, the men of Buffy and evolving masculinity. The show doesn't crown a single blueprint for the good man. It stress tests types. Angel broods as penance, Spike rebels as identity, Xander jokes to dodge fear. Each pose hides a fault line. The real test hits when Buffy's power shifts the room. Who adapts? Watch the arcs. Xander moves from jealous digs to steady backup, shows up, owns mistakes, takes risk without taking control. Spike's crisis runs through Chip, no soul then soul. Learning consent is a practice, not a slogan. Giles starts as instrument of the council, then stays by choice. Mentor without mandate. Critics point to a thesis. Masculinity equals accountability, empathy, repair. Mini payoff. The men who last choose partnership over control. But where does all this begin? In a school that makes the metaphor literal.
Just a few blocks up.
Number 4. High school is literally hell. Sunnydale High isn't just on a hellmouth, it is the thesis statement. The show treats every hallway like a pressure valve. That's why a rumor grows teeth and a bad day becomes a body count. High school fear isn't background, it's the engine. Watch how the institution magnifies it. Cliques work like cults. Finals feel like apocalypses. The graduation demon literalizes standardized crisis. Budget limits early on push the series into smart symbolism. Dialogue, dreams, and background business do foreshadowing work, turning constraint into design. Critics call this a metaphor machine with consistent rules. So burning the school is closure, not chaos. You leave the hellmouth. Intimacy enters the chat. Vampires as relationship math.
All right, talk.
I'm just gonna kill this guy.
Number 5, vampires as metaphor for sex and bad relationships. One happy night, one soul lost. That's not subtle, it's the rulebook. The show tells you early, desire has a cost. After the high, the mask drops. The perfect boyfriend turns into a threat by morning. Was that a twist? Or a law the story keeps enforcing? Listen to the language. Bites as kisses, invitations, loss of control. Consent gets tangled with age gaps and power gaps. Angel's curse turns intimacy into consequence. Spike's track runs through fixation, violation, and learning boundaries. The metaphor scales from first heartbreak to long-haul trauma. Commentators link the mechanics to moral consequence and the ethics of desire. So, what if the monster lives inside you? Cue the magic. Number 6. Magic as metaphor for addiction. Willow's first spell's read as curiosity. The relapse arc starts back in Season 2 when just trying it becomes, I can fix this through power. A cute levitation gag tilts into control, deception, and withdrawal. People argue it was retrofitted, but the breadcrumbs stack. Early hacker/witch mastermind beats signal identity built on solving with systems. Then come bigger spells, Tara's steady warnings, and the Season 6 spiral. The doppelganger's bored now cadence foreshadows Dark Willow's cruelty and timing. Critics frame magic as both queer awakening and power dependency. The push and pull between liberation and control is the point. Dark Willow isn't a detour, it's the cost of using power to numb pain. When Blood Family fails, who catches you?
Sophia! Sophia! Come!
Number 7. The Scooby Gang as chosen family. Buffy's real edge isn't the punch. It's the group chat that never logs off. When one person swings, 3 others cross-check lore, patch wounds, and plan the next move. That's the superpower. Traditional Slayer rules isolate the hero. This circle breaks that mold and pays for it. Friction, betrayals, reconciliations. Chosen family gets stress-tested in public. Does it hold? Watch how they work. They share research, risk, and recovery. Restless stacks their fears in one dream lattice like a family mind. Payoffs arrive when pooled. Knowledge beats lone wolf bravado. Studies on found family and genre TV note higher resilience and moral negotiation. Victories land heist style. Everyone brings a piece. But chosen family gets tested twice by love and by mirrors. Let's hold on love and meet the mirror.
More vampires?
Not just vampires. The next threat we face may be something quite different.
I can hardly wait.
Number 8. The Scooby Gang as chosen family stress test. Families fracture. This show turns those cracks into story fuel. You watch the circle bend, snap back, and set new rules in the space of a season. Xander's doubt, Buffy's secrecy, Willow's control, each one strains the bond. Season 4 drifts as new lives pull focus. Season 6 grief breaks trust. Season 7 tests leadership. Repairs come through information sharing. Name the harm, reopen the plan, redistribute choices. That's not luck, that's practice. Critics point out the series treats family as a verb. Conflict is maintenance. You keep it by working it. By the final spell, the protocols are clear. Check the plan, share the risk, spread the power. Now, the shadow self.
A dash of paint, a few throw pillows. Call it home.
Who the hell are you?
Number 9. Faith as the Shadow Slayer. Faith doesn't just go rogue, she's the mirror Buffy avoids. She laughs at rules, loves the rush, and calls out the lie that duty erases desire. That's the dilemma the Slayer Code can't cleanly solve. Then the clues stack. Dreams whisper, little sis. The body swap arc literalizes a question. Where does Buffy end and the part that wants control begin? Faith acts what Buffy represses. Pleasure in the hunt, disdain for chains, forcing a reckoning with cost and accountability. Analysts read Faith as Jungian shadow. Integration beats erasure. Her later alignment isn't magic forgiveness. It's Buffy absorbing the lesson and delegating power. Speaking of prophecy, the little sis line wasn't poetic. Number 10. Dawn and the Burden of Identity. Dawn doesn't pop in from nowhere. The trail runs years back. Your confusion was engineered. Dreams murmur clues, big sister's clothes that don't fit, a promise to be back before dawn, an empty room waiting for a name. Then the clock motifs stack. Timing jokes, sunrise lines, openings that feel like deja vu. The meta hints point to a rewrite of memory on purpose. Dawn as the key flips the frame. Memory becomes malleable. Family turns into a spell, and being written into life carries a cost. Identity built on implanted love. Critics flag Restless as a prelude, not a detour, laying Season 5's code. When speech fails, terror wins. Let's talk silence as strategy. Number 11. The Gentleman and the Fear of Voicelessness. Silence makes the threat obvious. The episode pulls the sound so you feel the rule. No voice, no help. Then the city folds fast. Panic can't organize. Calls fail. Doors stay shut. The deeper read lands hard. If you can't name harm, institutions can't route aid. Silence becomes policy. The gentlemen thrive on that gap. They float, cut, collect hearts, and the only countermeasure is a scream. That design foreshadows later stakes. Honesty repairs bonds, secrets rot them. Analysts read Hush as meta-commentary on communication as power. At home, on campus, in the street. Voices return, conflicts remain. The show sets the law, say the thing or the monster eats. Now to a different quiet. Number 12. Riley Finn and the Loss of Self to a System. On paper, Riley reads solid, kind, capable, grounded. In practice, he fades. The initiative sells order but delivers dependency and numbness. Enhancements make him faster while shaving off choice. Where does the man end and the program begin? Track the arc. He starts with soldier certainty, protocols as identity. Then tech and pharmacology tighten the leash. Missions define worth. Autonomy thins. The show pits state power against Slayer autonomy, swapping tweed for lab coats while the logic stays cold. Critics see him as institutional masculinity, safety that erases self. His departure proves the point. It's not a romantic swerve, it's the moral. Deny self-knowledge and you collapse. Which brings us to knowledge itself. Number 13. Knowledge as ultimate power. Stakes and spells look loud. Knowledge wins wars. Here's the twist. Watch where information moves. The council locks it up. Demons warp it. The Scoobies pass it around. Libraries beat armories when the montage turns page-turning into action. Books out, notes up, patterns found. Restless plays like a map of how knowledge flows. Clues in corners, symbols tagged to future doors. Even clocks and number beats load later payoffs. Commentators call the endgame epistemic justice, who gets to know, decide, and act. The finale makes that literal by awakening slayers everywhere. Buffy outsmarts you by turning trivia into strategy. Every odd line, dream symbol, and prop is a breadcrumb you can use. We've traced the plan. Now, what does it ask from you? The show isn't guessing week to week. It's teaching you to read its code. Dreams, doubles, data, so you catch the long game it's running right under your nose. Rewatch as an investigator. Pause on the odd line. Track props that recur. Map a dream symbol to a later reveal. Then drop a comment with the clue you now see differently. And if you're into this kind of deep dive, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next breakdown. Next time, we'll decode another series that hides its answers in plain sight. The rules are there. You learn them, and the story starts talking back.